Hello everyone. In this video I'm going to talk about how you can make a Tunisian full stitch. I already have a foundation row that I made. If you are unaware of how to make this, I have a separate video for it which I will have a link to in my description. So for the Tunisian full stitch you have to find where you will insert your hook. So if you know how to make the knit stitch, this is almost the opposite. So in this stitch you will find the space in between two stitches and insert your hook there. So I'm going to make a row of full stitches. This tutorial will also serve as a tutorial for shaping your project into a square or rectangle, basically anything that has parallel edges. So I'm going to do a couple of rows and show you how to make a square using or a rectangle using the full stitch. So I'm going to start with identifying this first space. So this is my first stitch, that's the one on the loop, and then this is the next one. So I'm going to insert my hook in between them, yarn over, pull through, and I'm going to now find the next space. So that's here in between two stitches, and I'm going to insert my hook, yarn over, pull through. I'm going to do that all the way until the end. And we're going to not make a stitch in this last space here. I will talk about it. I'll talk about why in just a second. So I'm just going to go ahead and make my last stitch where I pick up the last two vertical bars, yarn over, pull through. So this was a foundation row of 10 stitches, and if I count my loops now, there are 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So if I had made that stitch in the space in the end, I would have 11. So that would have increased my stitch count. So I did not want that. So I'm going to now make the reverse pass. So chain 1, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, all the way. So that is a row of full stitches, and now I'm going to make another row, and this time we are going to skip this first space. In the last row we skipped the last one, and in this one we'll skip the first one. So I'm going to skip this first space and insert my hook in the second, yarn over, pull through all the way till the end. And this time we're going to pick up that last space as well. So, and make the last stitch. And now if you count, you should have 10 stitches. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 10 loops on the hook. And yarn over, chain, yarn over, pull through 2, all the way. So this is how it looks. It actually looks really pretty with two colors too, if you make alternate rows with two colors. But this one, you can see that the edges are parallel. If we had made those stitches on both sides of in all the spaces, then we would have an extra stitch on each row. That actually is used for making triangles, and I will have a separate video for that. So with this stitch, it has a natural bias because it goes between two stitches of the previous row, and so it's either left or right aligned, and that is why we in one row we skip one end and the other row we skip the other, and that way we can maintain the edges so they are parallel. So that's about it about the full stitch. Oh, there is this stitch also leads to a lot of curling. If you see at the back, it's very pretty. It makes a reversible pattern, though it's not the same as the front, but it's still quite pretty. But you see all this yarn at the back, that makes the project curl, so you'll have to Make sure that you have an appropriate size hook and your tension is right to get a fabric that does not curl. That's it about the full stitch. I will see you in my other videos. Bye.